What are you doing? What are you doing, crazy baby? Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. If you are new here, then welcome. My name is Jessica and I run this channel called Mental Health Mom. So I want to get straight into the video, but I do want to clarify. This video is an essentials breastfeeding list for women who are choosing to exclusively breastfeed. It's everything you will need top to bottom if you are choosing to exclusively breastfeed. Now, these items will also apply to women who are choosing a combination of breastfeeding and supplementing with formula or breastfeeding and pumping. Everything you will need in this scenario will also apply to those scenarios as well. However, you will need to add things like a breast pump or formula in with that. So if you are choosing to exclusively breastfeed, this is everything you need top to bottom. Yeah. If you hear sounds, it's this little angel playing in the floor. She has chosen to stay awake and have a girl night with mommy, even though she should be sleeping. As you should. Now you saw my latest baby, Adelaide, right there. She's almost 6 months old. And she was exclusively breastfed for about the first month and a half of her life. I did pump, but she wasn't fed any from a bottle until she was about a month and a half. Now with my daughter Tennyson, who was my first child, she was exclusively breastfed for the first 3 months or so. So basically I've done this whole breastfeeding journey 2 whole times now, and so I can tell you pretty much top to bottom what you will need. At least it's everything that I used. Your list may be a little bit different, but this is absolutely everything I needed for breastfeeding. This list is in no particular order. All products, by the way, will be linked below. So the first thing I want to mention is the Boppy breastfeeding pillow. So this is not the Boppy lounging pillow. This is actually the Boppy breastfeeding pillow. It came with some straps on the side. I ended up just cutting those off because they really annoyed me. But this, you guys, I love it so much. It actually is so much better than just using a regular pillow for breastfeeding. This really fits nicely around your body, so you can lean back on part of it while you rest your baby here. It is so convenient. It makes such a big difference, and I think it's definitely worth the investment. Now, the second items are breastfeeding bras. I got all of my bras that I purchased myself from Motherhood Maternity. We have an outlet right by our house. And so that was just super convenient. I love how they unlatch right here for easy access. And these also come in a variety of colors. It just makes things so easy. Now, I was also given some bras by my neighbor. I believe this one is by Medela, and it's really nice as well. This one doesn't have any padding. It's just a nice, easy bra that you can see you can just pull away right here from the center. So it doesn't have any snaps or anything like that, but it's very flexible and you can just pull the sides very easily. This one's great as well. I love both of these. Obviously this one's a little more comfortable, but it's not as practical, you know, if you're dressing up, or really if you're just leaving the house at all. There's little to no support in this one, but it's very comfortable. The next thing is the breastfeeding nightgown. Now, I got several of these from Motherhood Maternity. I love these nightgowns. It's, again, just like the bra, easy access. And honestly, aside from the bras, the nightgown gets more use than pretty much anything else on this list. These nightgowns last forever. They're very good quality. I have gifted these to my friends who are expecting so many times. I have this in black and gray as well. I'm a big believer in these, you guys. I take these with me to the hospital. I love these nightgowns so much. They wash well, they wear well. A very worthy investment. Also from Motherhood Maternity, I swear they're not sponsoring this video, these spaghetti strap tunics. Now I love these because they are appropriate for both expecting mothers and postpartum. I wore these while I was pregnant. I wore these after I had my babies. They're great for breastfeeding because the neck is very, very stretchy. And I have pulled this neck down on this tunic probably over 2,000 times, and it is showing no signs of wear at all. It's in very good shape. They usually have buy two, get the third free or something like that if you catch them on a sale at Motherhood Maternity. And black is a really good color to have around whenever you're breastfeeding and when you have kids in general. I wear one of these pretty much every day with a pair of black leggings. And the thing that I switch up is like the sweater that I'm wearing over it. You know, like I wear a long loungy sweater over the top. And it's just really nice. It's really convenient. I probably own like 5 or 6 of these, and they're constantly getting washed and reused. So this, along with the nightgowns and bras, third most used item by far. I love these tunics. But this kid is making so much noise. She obviously wants to be in the video, so she's gonna be my co-host. Item number 5 for the essentials list is coconut oil. I am a big fan of using coconut oil to prevent dry, cracked, flaky, painful nipples. Your nipples will start looking just like your lips after you start breastfeeding. They're gonna get dry, they're probably gonna get cracked no matter what you do, and it is gonna be painful, but you can make it through it. And actually, if you use some sort of balm on them, like coconut oil, that will prevent that from happening for the most part, or at least it will alleviate the harshness of that when it does happen. A lot of women like lanolin as well. I don't use lanolin because it's not cruelty-free, and it's actually kind of gross to me what it is. So lanolin is actually a greasy yellow oil that's secreted through the skin of sheep, and it's what sheep use to basically condition their wool. The lanolin itself is typically derived from the sheep's wool, but again, I think it's kind of gross what lanolin actually is. It does work pretty well from what I've heard, but it only serves one use. So I like things that serve multiple uses, and this is something I already have in my kitchen for cooking with anyway. So, I mean, I can use this jar of coconut oil. First of all, it's a lot cheaper than lanolin. You get a lot more of it, and I can use it for cooking. I can use it for my lips if they get cracked. I use this for diaper rashes all the time, and yes, you can also use it for your nipples. By the way, ladies, do yourself a big favor. Before you feed your baby, hand express a little bit of milk out and rub that actually all around the nipple area, not just on your actual nipple, but over your entire areola. That's actually going to encourage your baby, a newborn baby, to latch onto the whole areola rather than just the nipple itself. Your nipples will get stripped if they are attaching just to the nipple area rather than the entire areola. So actually expressing a little bit of milk beforehand and putting it all around the areola area will actually help a lot with helping the baby know where to latch. And if you use the same exact practice actually after your baby has finished nursing, that will help any cracks that are on your nipple to heal. If you're a first-time breastfeeding mom, you probably will get a cracked nipple. It probably will be painful. But if you will hand express after you feed and keep some breast milk on that area, breast milk it just works wonders, you guys. It can heal pretty much anything, including a cracked nipple, and it actually will prevent any further damage from happening. Number 6 item is this Nature Bond manual pump. This is silicone. I love this thing. What I like to do is, if my baby is nursing from this breast, I like to put it on the opposing breast so that it will catch any excess milk that I get from the letdown. Once your baby latches on and they start sucking, you'll have what is called a letdown, and that's when your milk starts just shooting out freely, continuously, just like a hose. And that will happen on both sides actually. So it's just really, really handy And it will save your bra, it will save nursing pads, all that stuff if you will just put this little hand pump or manual pump on the opposing breast and allow it to catch any excess milk that is coming from that breast as well. I love this also because it's really easy to clean. I have this with tennyson, so it's very durable. All you have to do is stick it in the dishwasher, and it comes with this really handy little cap so that you can just place that there and it prevents any spilling. You like it too? I know. Now, number 8 is lactation cookies. So I didn't use these at all with tennyson. I had never even tasted them. You guys, they are so good, and they do actually work. I do hesitate to mention these cookies because they are full of sugar, but they're cookies. And honestly, when you're breastfeeding a baby, you crave quick sources of sugar. When I eat lactation cookies, I do make sure that that's my only source of simple sugar that I get throughout the day. Because I don't want to just be loading up on sugar. I am quite conscious of what I eat, but the lactation cookies really do support good lactation. I notice an immediate difference in my milk flow and in my supply whenever I eat the lactation cookies, and they're super duper yummy, you guys. They are well worth the investment. Whenever I get them, I eat a pack like every other day, or if I'm having trouble with my supply, I will eat those cookies, and I notice almost an immediate boost in my milk supply. It's really phenomenal. Now, the next items are breast pads. Whether you are using reusable that you just stick in the washer, well, I'm sorry, or disposable, breast pads are probably going to be a part of your life. I say that different breast pads have different uses. Okay. I'm not big on disposable anything. It's not good for the environment. It's not sustainable. But I was gifted these disposable breast pads, and they actually are pretty convenient. And there's one thing that they're good at that these reusable breast pads are not. And that is, if you have a really thin bra, like this one, the Medela one that I mentioned earlier, you will clearly be able to see the outline of the reusable breast pads. It doesn't matter which one you use, you will clearly be able to see the outline of the breast pad unless you're wearing a bra that is padded. Now, if you use the disposable breast pad, you will not see it no matter which bra you're wearing. Pad, no pad, doesn't matter. It binds and blends seamlessly into the bra. You see how it's very thin, and the part that the reusable breast pads typically get wrong is, of course, they have to have this sewing on the outside, so it makes it thicker. These are so thin, and you can't see them through a thin bra at all, which is why a lot of people like them. And actually, if you wanted to wear no bra with these, you technically could. You could very easily put this on the inside of your little spaghetti strap tunic and go about your business. But whether you choose disposable or reusable, you will need some type of breast pad. What are you doing? What are you doing, crazy baby? You're so wired. Now, the last item, you guys, is a warm rag or some type of hot compress. Again, I only like investing in things that have multiple uses if possible. So I choose the warm rag because I already have that around my house. And it serves multiple uses. You put a plug in that. Now, I was gifted a hot compress by Lansino, and I'll actually have it pictured right up here. It's pretty handy because it's in a circular shape. And it has an area free for your nipple. And that's actually really handy because what the hot compress is intended to do is encourage your milk to drop. If you get any hot water or any warmth on or around your nipple area, that will actually encourage a letdown, which is great to have happen right before your baby feeds so that they're not having to fill around and wait for milk to come out. In addition, If you are a first-time breastfeeder, I didn't notice this as much with my second baby, but that's because I was still breastfeeding my first. Yes, I was still breastfeeding my toddler because as I was weaning her, COVID came around. And so I'm actually still breastfeeding 2 kids, a toddler who's 2.5, and this crazy baby right here. But I didn't notice really pain with a letdown when she came along, but when I was a first-time breastfeeding mother, oh my gosh, the letdowns would hurt so bad, especially when you have a cracked nipple. And it's because, you know, that's the first time those milk ducts are being used, and so it's extremely sensitive. It feels like your entire boob is just about to blow off. And yeah, I mean, it eventually gets better, you guys, but for the first 3 weeks, it's pretty painful. What no one told me, and I wish they had, is that if you put a hot rag on your breast before you attach your baby to it, it won't hurt. It absolutely will not be uncomfortable. Get a hot wet rag, put it on your breast, and that will encourage the milk to drop. And once you start feeling pain, just apply pressure in the area that you feel pain, and that should take care of it. It does not have to be a painful experience to breastfeed. Again, nobody told me this. I wish they had, because I was in agony as I breastfed my first child for the first 3 weeks. It doesn't have to be painful, you guys. Just take a hot towel, put it on your boob, apply some pressure where you feel pain, and that should take care of all the discomfort. I am serious. It's a miracle. You are welcome. The most important thing, you guys, is water. Drink lots and lots and lots of water. I recommend just get a nice reusable bottle and just have it handy all the time. You get so thirsty and so dehydrated when you are breastfeeding a baby. And you definitely get dehydrated when you're breastfeeding too. If you get dehydrated, your milk supply will suffer. So you want to make sure that you are maintaining hydration, that you're not walking around dehydrated. And most importantly, if you do find that your milk supply is dwindling, you can very easily just increase your intake of water, and that should solve the problem. There are also a number of other things you can do, and if you're interested in me making a video on ways to increase your breast milk supply, I can do that as well. So let me know in the comments down below if that's a video that you would like to see also. Now, again, I want to mention that I know a lot of women really want to breastfeed, or maybe, you know, there are lots of women also that do not want to breastfeed and they do formula. This is an essentials list for women who are exclusively breastfeeding, but I am not shaming anyone for the choices they make. Or you know what, sometimes it's not a choice. Sometimes women are not producing enough milk and they need to supplement with formula, or they stop producing altogether and they go to a strictly formula diet for their baby. And that is beyond okay. Whether it's an obligation or a choice, a fed baby is best. So I am not shaming anyone for the decisions that you make when it comes to your children. And I think as mothers, we need to try and normalize formula, because breastfeeding, it doesn't work out for everyone for one reason or another. And it is difficult, you know? It's a big responsibility, it's a big time commitment. I think the benefits definitely outweigh the costs. I have really enjoyed my breastfeeding journey, but I completely understand that it does not work out for everyone. My best friend, actually, she had everything ready to go as she was about to have her baby, and she fully intended to exclusively breastfeed him, but then he had some complications at birth and he was in the NICU for 15 days. Of course, during those 15 days, he was formula fed, and so now he doesn't enjoy the breast at all. So you never know which situation you're gonna find yourself in, and a fed baby is best. Whatever has to happen in order for you to maintain your sanity, your relationship with your baby, and for your baby to get enough nourishment, that is what is best. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today for this video. I want to thank you for being patient with this crazy little monster here. Thank goodness she's adorable, right? If you are new here, consider subscribing to our channel. It would really help us out a lot. And hit the bell so that you can be notified when we post other videos like this. Also, if you'd like to have a conversation with me in the comments section, please do so. I love hearing from you guys. I try to reply to all the comments that I'm left, and I would absolutely love to get to know you. Are you saying bye? Yeah. I think we're done. All right. Thank you guys again, and congratulations if you are expecting for the first time. I wish you the best of luck in your motherhood journey and in your breastfeeding journey. All right. Bye, guys. Say bye-bye. Wait, say bye-bye. Yeah.